Well, you guys are here already, so fuck it.
He flipped the table. We leave, right? We all leave in a hurry, in a fucking rush.
Gold,
now
Randall.
we end up in prison for doing shit like that.
Yeah, the Karens out there will call the cops.
Yeah. What do you guys think? And then like, yeah, fuck it. This sounds great. Like, let's do it.
The way my mentor would put it, what are
All right,
your
so
non-negotiables?
that's going to bring us to our next topic, and that's going to be time. Where do you take it? How do you manage it? How much is it valuable to you? Now, earlier we were talking about Alex is going to the zoo tomorrow, aka Sunday, right?
Right.
With your daughters and your parents. James, I don't know what you're doing tomorrow, but today you had a fucking busy ass day.
Well, I had a busy Friday.
Correct. Oh,
Had a super
you
busy
had a
Friday.
busy Friday. You had a busy Saturday?
Today, no. Today I was just out here cleaning the bike and shit.
Fucking asshole. He could have hung out with us and everything.
I had Evan.
No, yeah. You're right.
Evan.
You did have your daughter tonight, so all right. You're excluded.
Well, I had a busy Friday too.
I didn't have a busy day today. You had a busy Friday.
But you had a busy Friday too.
I was working, so I had a busy Friday.
We all had a busy Friday.
Okay, so let's bring it back to Friday. What
Yeah.
were you doing on Friday?
So Friday, I mean, this is coming off of work. I got off of work, what, like 4?
Technically Friday fucking morning.
Yeah, basically 5 o'clock by the time I actually left work.
Oh shit.
So by the time I got home was like 6:30, 6:40. No, actually no, 5:30, 5:40. 5:40 in the morning.
Damn, that's a late day.
So I had like, normally it takes me like about an hour to wind down, but
Of course, yeah.
I had a tattoo appointment
Saturday morning.
at noon.
Ooh, excuse me.
But I wanted to wake up, you know, have my coffee, have my some breakfast, something to eat,
Be prepared for
be
this
prepared
tattoo.
for the tattoo because you know it's known that obviously if you don't eat well,
Yeah, I know that a little too much.
You don't
Yo-
sit well.
you'll pass out.
No, yeah.
So if you don't eat well, you don't sit well.
No, that
Right.
too. So I want to make sure I had like you know a good meal in me. Originally I woke up and I had like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, thinking like, oh, you know, I'll be cool because my
Not
mom.
bad. You got the peanut butter protein.
I didn't want
the
to depend on my
bread.
mom to like make me breakfast because like
Mm.
I gotta go, you know. So I was like, my brother's like, you know what? Don't worry, I got food ready to go. So he headed out.
Mm.
Brother woke up, headed out, and then got some fried fish, some
Nice.
full like deep fried fish. He bought like 3 of them. I think they were called like mojar, kind of like tilapia, but I think they were called like mojar or something like that. But he went to his like a fish market, brought home some like big pieces of fish, just basically like freshly, just thrown in the deep fryer,
Oh, he brought it home fried.
home fried. Like so,
Oh.
basically like it's you show up to it's a meat market. Oh
No,
no,
what I'm saying, he brought it home already fried.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean this is like a seafood market that he likes to go to, which is really good. It's off of Grove and like 4th Street.
Yeah.
Is it one of our accounts at work?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it's 100% Mexican.
Oh, okay.
So he goes and you know he likes to go there and get a lot of his seafood.
Mhm.
So you go and then you pick out what type of fish you want. So they sit there and they'll gut it for you, clean it up, season it, and then just throw it in the deep fryer.
That sounds bomb as fuck.
Whole fish, then slice it up, ready to go. Throw it in the deep fryer, pack it up, boom. You bring it, you take it home.
Yeah.
And
Your brother's pretty good on timing too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
He knows what's gonna be cooked and what's gonna taste good at this
Right.
point. And then, yeah.
My only thing was I felt bad because I've been watching a lot of like videos like of like what not to do when you go to your tattoo session, right? One thing is
As anybody does, you when you jump out of a plane, you look on YouTube what could happen badly
Yeah.
if you jump out of a plane type of shit. Okay, I know
Exactly,
what
yeah.
you-
so it's like I wanted to prepare for it. And one thing was like hygiene. Like you want to smell good, you want to be clean. You don't want your tattoo artist sitting there like smelling you after a few hours and be like, damn, this guy didn't take a shower. This guy smells like BO.
Because they're pretty close to you, too.
So I made sure I jumped in the shower, scrubbed down. I even scrubbed my arm like real good because I also heard another one where they once they wipe, because they did wipe down my arm and they pull the cloth apart and it looks black. It looks like you haven't showered in fucking days. I was like, I don't want that to be me.
Yeah.
And then tattoo artists would be like sitting there looking at it and then you're looking at it and you're like, and it just becomes awkward. Like nobody says shit. Right. And then it's like one of those situations where like, fuck, obviously he knows and you know, like, damn, you're dirty.
That's on top
fuck.
of you. Not you, but somebody being hairy as fuck and they try and shave it and they wipe it down and they look at you like, dude, you're fucking hairy.
Oh, that's so much problem because they say don't try to shave yourself because then you get the razor burn and you get the bumps.
Yeah.
So don't shave yourself. Like,
no, because they do it for you.
yeah,
while you're there, yeah.
they'll shave you up and get you nice and clean and provide, and then that way you don't get the razor bumps
Mm-hmm.
because that's the worst. Like try to I guess tattoo over that, it's hard. But
Or rejects the ink if anything.
that yeah, there's a lot of things that come, but for me it was like just smell. So I was already clean, smelling good. I went real light on the deodorant. And
So you did everything prior. You like
Yeah.
calculated your time and you did everything prior to.
exactly. So I was like exactly what time. Like I was all right. I set it up. I was like, I wake up. I want to take my time because I know I like to drink my coffee. I know I want to keep everything like I don't want to rush.
Bring your
everything. So I was like, I knew I wanted to like just get ready, clean up, and then my brother comes in with the fish, and then last minute I was like, all right, cool, I want to eat something, but I was like, damn, fish. I don't want to smell like fish
While you're sitting there.
while I'm sitting there. I was like, damn, because a lot of people don't like that smell.
That's your breath though, unless you're like,
Well,
hey, that's a good.
it might be in my
job
hands
that you're
because I'm
doing.
like I'm eating with my hands and my mouth. I'm like,
Especially a whole like a
Yeah.
fried fish. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
dig at it and shit.
I'm
It's like eating a crab boil and
exactly.
shit. Like
It's fishy smelling.
yeah.
It doesn't smell like. I mean, it smells like fish. I don't want to smell like fish.
Mhm.
Right? I'm thinking, all right. My brother's like, well, why are you tripping? I was like, because I don't want to smell like fish. Like, dude, fish smells good. And I was like, dude, but not for everybody.
But it's a lingerer.
Yeah, it's one of those smells like
It's a fucking lingerer.
Fucking lingerer.
it does. I literally like after that, I ate and then like I washed my hands with like the Dawn soap. Literally like almost put on like deodorant again and like a little bit of more like a cologne, just trying to like hide the smell.
You put some lemon underneath.
Wash
it.
my mouth, everything, and I could still smell it. No matter what I did, I still smell the fish.
Did your tattoo artist smell it?
He didn't say shit.
Probably not.
So I'm sure he did because throughout the whole entire tattoo, I kept burping. I felt it and I could taste it in my mouth, and I just kept like kind of
blowing it away.
well, more like, and then just kind of like blowing it out of my nose, like aside. I'm like thinking, all right, he's not gonna smell that. Hopefully, he doesn't smell it, but I don't know. I didn't want to be inconsiderate. I didn't want to be like give him a hard time where he's sitting there trying to concentrate and then smelling the fucking fish. And I was like, God damn, like I didn't want that.
Who knows? Maybe it made him hungry, and he would like, you know what? I'm gonna finish up this fucking little eye, and I'm hungry. So you know
But
what?
when it comes to time, it's one of those, especially when it comes to tattoos, it's like I showed up right on time, thinking, all right, cool, he's gonna have him because I talked to him back in December, thinking, all right, cool, he by now he should have like a something drawn out.
Which he did.
Not quite.
Oh shit! Really?
No, like he told me, like, all right, so we're gonna work on this portion of your arm. So basically, this is what I want to do. Do you like it? So he showed me kind of what he was thinking about doing. I was like, okay, I like that. So he's all right, just give me like 20 minutes, half hour. And then basically went back and basically drew it out. And then made a stencil out of it. And he wasn't like,
Damn. So that shit was just in his head.
yeah,
He didn't even have it made out yet.
no.
It was just in his head.
So
Right.
like,
And just a little context for everybody who's listening. Alex has an idea for a full sleeve.
Yeah.
Like a full, like he was bare, went in with an idea of a full sleeve. So he's already looking to just blast the arm.
Mhm.
So I'd imagine, yeah, that plays into like when you get there, you expect like,
yeah.
so he yeah.
So-
So just that's context for everybody.
So when it comes to time, like I had already talked to him back in December, I told him my whole idea of my whole sleeve. I told him I want a full sleeve. This is what I want. This is the theme, and these are the things I want incorporated. I told him, you know what, but I want you to play with it and
make it your way.
Yeah, of course. I want him to be an artist and draw up what he can based off what I want. So he did. He has ideas too. So he wants to incorporate everything. So he kind of knows where he wants to place everything. So I showed up not really knowing what to expect. I showed up on time. I started wait about another hour before he started actually tattooing. And on top of that, he's still like, all right, this is kind of what I want to do. But he's like, give me some more references. Give me this, give me that. But overall, like the tattoo itself took like about 10 hours. And in my head, I'm thinking like, damn, I got 10 hours. Like he's already charging me $200 an hour. I'm like, damn, how much is it going to cost? So I'm adding it up in my head as hours go by.
Well, how much is 200 times 10?
That's $2,000.
You already spent $2,000.
Well, I got lucky.
On top of the tip?
Yeah.
What do you mean you got lucky?
Well, that's what I was thinking. So I'm already 10 hours in and we're going in 10 and a half, almost 11. I'm like, all right, is he charging me from the time I showed up or is he charging me from the time he starts tattooing or when the fuck is he charging me? Like, I don't know. And there's a lot of unspoken. There's a lot of like etiquette when it comes to tattooing. Like you don't talk about that shit. Like I watched, like you don't want to press it. So I'm like, fuck, is he going to also charge me for the time it takes him to draw this shit out? And I don't know. So I'm saying, all right, fuck it. I mean, I brought money. I'm ready to go. Like, all right, I'm already committed. I already told him because like people, when they commit to a full sleeve, he already said like people are usually like don't usually finish. It's like they want a full sleeve, but then once they realize how much it costs, they don't end up finishing it. And or how long it takes and how much people end up like bitching out. Like they get part of it done and like it's too much pain. It's just too much. It takes too long, and then they end up they can't hang and they can't do it. They don't end up finishing it up. So he was worried about that. I told him, don't worry about that. It's like I'll deal with the pain. I'm committed, but it's like one of those things where like, how do you know? How do you know when somebody's got the money? Like I told him, I don't worry, I'm good for my money. Like it's gonna get done. If I told you I want this, it'll get done. No matter what it's gonna cost, I'm prepared for it.
Yeah.
But I was asking him like, all right, how much hours, how long he's gonna do it? I can't tell you how long it's gonna take. It's like it's one of those things where like depending on how much detail, how much work, what exactly do you want? Like how much things do you want and all that stuff. So all that comes into play when it comes to like how long it's gonna take. So luckily, because I mean literally it was like almost 10 and a half hours of tattooing, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm adding it up. I'm like, damn, it's gonna be over $2,000. He ended up charging me for basically instead of $200 an hour, he charged me for $100 an hour. So he's like,
nice.
Yeah. So once it was all done, he's like, I looked at it, I was like, dude, this came out dope. He goes, all right, I'm not quite done yet. He goes, I still got to finish this part and this part done. And on top of that, on the next session, I'm gonna work out the bottom part of your forearm all the way to the wrist. That'll be the next session. He goes, and I was like, well, how long is that gonna take? I'm like, damn. So now I gotta start adding up numbers again. Yeah, it comes down to like, all right, so can I afford that? The next one, he goes, oh, well, it should be like less than what it took because you basically got two, what do they call it? Like picture realism.
So it's almost portrait. Almost portrait.
You got so basically I got two portraits. I got a portrait of a face and a portrait of a rose.
Okay.
That's why it took so long. So the rest won't be portrait like. I mean, it's still be like
nice black and gray,
but it won't be actual portrait.
Yeah. It'll be a little faster next time.
It won't be as detailed. It won't be like a lot, So a lot of that you can go through it quicker, so it won't take as long. So once I got that, I was like, oh, cool. All right. So if this costs, and it came down to $1,100. I was like, all right, cool. So that was less than what I was expecting. So I was like, knowing that, I was like, all right, so it's not going to cost as much as I was thinking it was a cost, but still, like,
yeah.
Well, it's one of those things where, like, when it comes to time,
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
In that sense,
Yeah.
you know, you get what you pay for.
But I was already ready to go, and I was like, take as long as you're gonna take, because I didn't want to rush the guy. I wanted a nice, good, like clean tattoo, something that he was also proud of to show off. But it was scary, and at the same time, I had Martin text me as I was getting tattoos, like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like, "Oh, I'm getting tatted up." He goes, "Hey, I want to go out to the zoo. Want to come with me?" I was like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. I'm nodding off already as it is. I only got 3 hours of sleep. And I'm like, what time you want to go? He goes, oh, I want to go like at 9, 10 in the morning. I'm like, damn, I don't know what time I'm going to finish here. And then I got to wake up early to go to the fucking zoo. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. So once we finished up around 10:30, I get home right around 11 o'clock. I got my dad and my brother. They're chilling. They're drinking beer. They're watching a movie. I jump in with them. I'm drinking with them. We're drinking beer. We're drinking whiskey. Next thing you know, I pass out. I wake up. It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, damn, I gotta wake up at like 8 in the morning just to get ready to go pick up the girls at 9, because he wanted to go 9-ish, 10. To the zoo. And I was like, all right, fuck, we got to go to the zoo. And I was like, all right, so I'm planning this stuff out. So I already go, and then I get my 5, maybe 6 hours sleep, which typically sounds good. But like, once you're like already like
Sleep deprived.
you
need more.
Yeah.
Because we basically sleep during the week, maybe 4.
Yeah. I typically sleep
4 hours.
about 5 hours a day.
Oh, I get 4.
I got, what time you go to sleep at?
Well, are you done with your time management?
Yeah. But I mean, what time the fuck you going to sleep at?
Well,
He's like, give me your time.
Damn.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're working 12, 11 hours a day.
Yeah.
Correct. I wake up, and I try to wake up every day 11:30. I gotta work out, enjoy my coffee, get some tube time. I gotta enjoy some kind of TV time. And then, after that, there's some working out, there's some eating. I have to eat. Maybe some cleaning, some laundry. There's others that I gotta do, depending on the day, depending on how I feel.
Typically, you wake up around,
I get 11:30
every day.
every day.
Really?
Whether it's 3 hours, whether it's 4 hours, whether it's a good fucking 7 to 8 hours, I appreciate the hell out of that.
Those are your
But that's my pretty much.
Those are your Sundays.
No, that's my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, if I can get those 7 to 8 hours, that's my Saturday to Sunday. Now, if we get out early on a Friday, which typically we do, but I always stay extra, hang out, drink some beers, vent to the guys. We all vent. I'll get home around 2-ish, maybe 3. Who knows? But then we got grocery day on Saturday. That's Saturday morning, where I'm at home with my mother, so I have to help her out, being that my dad's no longer with us. So I got to help her with the groceries, get him out the car, bring him up, stuff like that, put him away. So that's like 10, maybe 9:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, where I'm up on a Saturday. And that's every day. Whereas, like, I'm used to it. If she doesn't do that during the day on Saturday, then I'm still up. Now, if nothing's going on, what do I have to do with my day? It's cleaning, working out. It's something. It's just an earlier day. And then when I hit your house, my time is already managed by the time I get to your house. And then he wants to throw a wrench in. Hey, let me work on our bike. Let me work on my bike. No, dude. My time's already managed. Our time is already managed. We need to hit the road.
He's mapping out the time now.
We need to hit the road, and we need to start riding
every weekend.
And
That's why I know that
unfortunately drinking too.
majority of the time I wake up early. I go pick up my daughters. I bring them home and I start working on my bike early because I know he typically hits me up around like 12, 1 o'clock. So I know I have till that time to start doing what I need to do before he's like, hey, what's going on? So again, this was one of those where I had like other things going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the typical Saturday where it's like I was thinking that we're going to the zoo. I'm gonna bring my daughters to the zoo and everything, but everything fell apart. So I got home and I'm thinking like, fuck, I woke up hella early and we're not going to the zoo because they didn't work out.
But you don't take naps, so you can't even take.
No, I'm sitting there
even put a
like
nap in there.
halfway, like trying to. I want to go to sleep, but I can't because I got my daughters running around like crazy, and I'm hungry, and just is one shitty situations where like I want to go out, but then I look outside. What the fuck? It's fucking cloudy.
The weather. I checked the weather.
Sucked.
I wouldn't even said things I did if the weather was bad.
The weather.
If the weather was bad, I would have never even said, "Hey, you know what? Fuck the handlebars, let's ride."
By the time you hit me up, the sun started coming out. Fucking the clouds started clearing up. But when I was sitting there, I was like looking at it. I was like, man, this is like fucking. I want to sit on the couch, put a movie on, grab a fucking blanket, and just sit there and like just watch a fucking movie.
I would have done that all day. Too.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden he hits me up. The fucking sun's out. He's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, hey, just come through.
That's because the sun knows I'm coming out. So it means it's time to ride.
Jose has plans. Sun's got to shine.
My time is set. So don't try and work on your bike when I come through.
Yeah.
Do that shit before I get there.
You had to shut him down.
Because, I did.
Yeah.
He
literally did.
He walked out with his toolbox. He's ready to go. He kind of sneaked it, too. Yeah. He knew I was going to say something.
He showed up, and we sat down. We ate. We had like some soup. Some beef stew. After that, we all got up, went to my bedroom, got all the tools and everything I needed to go. And I started walking out, and he looks at me like, what are you doing? I was like, why? He goes, I know what you're doing. Don't put it back away. I was like, why? He goes, no, we're not doing that right now. It's like, we don't have time. I was like, fuck. I mean, it's one of those where I'm literally looking forward. I've been looking forward to it for weeks. Yeah. I wanted to put my new bars on my bike. I'm waiting for these cables. They came in earlier the week. I was waiting on these like new bushings to come in, and those
he just wanted to wrench. So all he did was wrench on the seat, get the little bobber springs a little closer. That was it.
I wanted to work on my bike. I wanted to get it to where I wanted. Right, but I couldn't do it. He's like, no, don't do that. It's gonna take forever. We're not gonna get to ride. We got things to do. We got people to meet. They're gonna meet us there. And I was like, all right, fine. I put my tool.
And it was a good day overall.
Yeah, it turned out good. But yeah, I mean, I had things I wanted to do too, but
you gotta manage your time.
I did.
I managed my time according to all of us.
I
included all of us, but unfortunately, James, due to certain circumstances, he can't join us.
Yeah,
all the time. How did you manage your time?
Well, I will say, leading in regards to this weekend, Thursday nights, obviously, I'm drinking whiskey. We're hanging out, so that's every Thursday. Every Thursday, I'm drinking some whiskey. So by the time I go to bed, I wake up. I don't work Fridays. So I wake up early every Friday. This weekend I actually slept in. I didn't sleep well throughout the week for I don't know why. I didn't sleep really well. So I actually woke up, I think it was like at 8:30 on Friday. I usually wake up around 7 on my day off. But I woke up at 8:30 and I had like some meetings I had to attend on Friday. So if you've ever had a day off where you had something to do like at a certain time, everything before that first thing you had to do is kind of like washed. Like you can't really do too much.
Yeah.
So
you'll be late for something.
Yeah.
You do.
Like and you're just waiting for that meeting to go down. So I had a meeting for work, which I did remotely, obviously. So I was out here doing that meeting, and then I had a whole list of things to do. I had editing I had to take care of, and just kind of just what I normally do on a Friday. I do some video editing. But then on top of that, I had to pick up my new bike.
Mhm.
So I had Crystal set up a U-Haul appointment because I don't own a truck. So she set that up for 4. So I had that to do. I actually sold a couple shirts because I do screen printing.
Mhm.
I had to do a couple shirts because the guy was going to pick them up Friday as well. So I had to do that. I had to go to Home Depot to buy straps for the bike to strap it down when I go pick it up. So I had to do all this shit. So it was like back to back. I was at Home Depot. I had to go to the store because we were doing dinner with Crystal's parents. So I had to go.
Meat.
I had to go buy some
said?
ribs.
Yeah.
So I went, did that, and I came back home. I tried to squeeze everything in, and then next thing you know, it's like 3:30, and I was sitting there like, well, it was like 3 p.m. and I was sitting there like, man, I want to go sit and watch TV for like an hour. Like I was like, I want to watch TV for an hour,
Decompress.
Yeah, but then I was like, man, I should probably jump in the shower real quick because so I did that instead, and then I had to go pick up the U-Haul at 4. Went to go pick up the bike, and I don't see her dad as often, and so shout out to her dad. I ended up going to pick up a new Honda Shadow 1100 from him.
You know, they have bike tie downs at U-Haul.
Yeah, but honestly, the U-Haul place that we rented from, like last minute, was right down the street. So I chose to go just straight right here. And on top of that, I needed straps. Like I don't have straps, so sometimes when I go buy like lumber for like little projects, I don't have any tie downs or anything. So I thought,
so it's good to have the straps.
I was like, why not go buy some? So I went and bought some. So it worked out either way. But I went and got the bike, and we went there. We loaded up the bike, and like again, I don't see her dad as often, especially this past year that's gone on with the COVID thing. So we sat there, and he does woodworking, so we started chopping it up on that. He actually does screen printing, so I chopped it up on that.
No way.
Yeah,
that's cool.
We're very similar. We attack hobbies and we go all in.
Wow.
And, yeah. So he was giving me like, he was telling me like he has a lumber yard he goes to which has like exotic woods, and
that's cool.
And he has an account there, so he's like, I'll take you there. So we went there, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to go and sit there and talk with him. So we were doing that, and on top of that, I mean, he's giving us a free bike, So on top of that, a huge shout out to him for that. But I went to go pick up the bike, and we come back, but we had made plans with her mom and her stepdad to have dinner, and I'm cooking ribs, so I throw the ribs in, go pick up the bike, come back, take the ribs out, drop off the U-Haul on the way, take the ribs with us, finish them off at her parents' house, and it's like everything is back to back to back. And and it's good because I think time management, it's like sometimes you don't like being busy, but in certain times, especially like, come on, I just got a free fucking bike, dope ass bike.
It's nice.
Yeah, and it's cool because like I didn't care about the back to back shit. Like time was tight. I had no free time, and a lot of times I do edit videos and I do edit audio on Fridays. That's my normal shit. So that all that fits into my day, I'm already assuming that that's my day. Like I'm already assuming my free time's going there because by the time Crystal goes out of work, then she comes home.
It's already managed. But
it's
by the end of the week, your shit's already managed.
Yeah, it's like my day off, but it's not really because I do a lot of the bulk of my work on Friday. It's like take advantage of the time. But I ended up getting a new bike. So now I got 2 bikes sitting here with no goddamn motorcycle license.
Yeah, some bonding time too on top of that.
Yeah, and on top of that, bonding time. And then I go to her mom's house, so I get to bond on that end too. So she was like, thank you for going to spend time with my dad and going to spend time with my mom. And I was like, that's like, you got to fit it in. So time management definitely was, but I'll tell you right now, at the end of the night, about almost midnight, we came home around like almost midnight, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm tired. Like it was my day off, but I did not feel like it was a day off. I was working my ass off. Before that, I was out here cleaning my bike and kind of mentally preparing all my tools and supplies and parts to do a tune-up, oil change, oil filter on my Yamaha. So I was out here just making sure I had everything that I needed, all the tools I needed. So it was just a very, very productive time. but very like there was no fucking free time. And Alex texted me Friday talking about the zoo, and I didn't see it because I was just so like back to back to back. And to me, like I'm not the kind of person that's always on my phone either.
Right.
So when I saw it the next day, he's like, "Hey, are you going to the zoo tomorrow?" When I saw it on Saturday, when I saw it today, I was like, "Well, he was asking me about a question yesterday," and I was like, I felt bad about not answering it, but I didn't see it, you know. So
by that time, it's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. My answer is irrelevant at that point, you know, because obviously he moved forward with that plan. But you know, time management is just so I had a good Friday, very productive Friday, but very time crunched. But I got a new fucking bike sitting in my garage, so I'm not mad at all.
No,
I was just fucking happy as fuck, you know.
It's a little reward after all that.
Oh my
all
god,
that craziness.
Who gets a free motorcycle?
Nobody.
No.
You know.
No.
God damn.
It's a nice bike.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited once you get it up and running. Like I want to jump on it.
You want to go take it for a ride?
Yeah,
huh?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like that too. But yeah, my Friday wasn't as productive. I mean, I guess it was. I was working 8 hours. I think we did 8 hours. You weren't there, but
No, I had the day off. It was nice.
I mean, machinery operations and case lifting and all that shit. But
you had a day off on Thursday.
I did. I took the day off Thursday. Now that's time also because I felt like my shoulder had dislocated while I was sleeping.
You felt like it, or it did?
While you
I
were
don't know.
sleeping.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's the
While
weird
you
part.
were sleeping.
Yeah.
While he was sleeping.
Because I have.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
Well, listen to this. I have a history. My mom, my brother's actually had surgery on his shoulders because they just dislocate. I don't know if it's genetic. I don't know if bad shoulders are just
I think it might be
genetic in my family.
You've
Holy
always had like
shit.
bad shoulders. I remember that.
I just have weak shoulders. I don't know. But I mean, I try to build them up so it doesn't happen. But I woke up Thursday morning and I was like, I can't move my shoulder. Like it was stuck. I'm a stomach sleeper, so it was stuck like right here. And it took me a good like 2 minutes just to come back into place. No, because it didn't pop into place. It would come back to like where it should be. And it was painful. I was in pain the whole day. I was like, no, I'm not going to work. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to fucking operate a forklift and lift cases all day. No, I'm calling off. Then come Friday, it just felt like I had the flu shot where it was like, it's a little sore, a little stiff. I have minimal range of motion, but I'll be all right. I'll be all right to turn the dial on a forklift or something.
Do you ever wake up in the stead?
All the time. Tinglies through my fingertips and everything all the time.
Oh, that happens to me like periodically, and I'll wake like it used to freak me out because it was like completely dead.
Yeah.
And it was like it used to scare me.
You beat it around
because I can't feel shit. But this last time I woke up and like I said, I wasn't sleeping well for whatever reason, but I woke up and it was completely dead, and I was like, I told myself like, come on, like what the fuck's going on here? And like I couldn't move it.
Yeah.
But it was so dead because of the position I was sleeping in.
Yeah.
that happens.
That it
to
was
me,
like,
dude,
I
more than it should.
Yeah, and it's scary, but it's like I was like this time I wasn't as freaked out. I was just like, okay, it'll come back, and I literally was like, move, like come on, like
in Kill Bill, where like move your big toe.
yeah. And I was laying there like, and I was awake, and I was like, come on, don't. I'm usually scared right now, but like.
Don't
Come
do
on.
this. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't
Come
do
on.
this. No.
And then like slowly it started coming back. I was like, okay, I get now I can just go back to sleep.
Yeah.
But
That's me on the daily.
I've been there multiple times. It comes down to it's just your mattress.
That's probably why I need to take some time
'Cause
apart and buy myself a new mattress.
I like sleeping on my stomach too, but if you get it really good and you invest in a good mattress, you can sleep on your back, no problem.
Well, see,
No, I don't sleep on back. I
No.
sleep on my stomach.
I know.
with my arm here.
I like doing that too, but if you get a good mattress,
Now, okay, on the back, here's where this is fucking crazy. And I haven't had sleep studies. And I should probably take some time away and get some sleep study. Because if I sleep on my back, I feel like there's like some sleep apnea happening. Because I choke in my sleep when I sleep on my back and I stop breathing. So if I'm swallowing my tongue in my sleep, I don't know. But I do stop breathing. That's for damn sure. Because I wake myself up and I'm totally like out of breath. So I know for sure I stopped breathing.
Well, see, you should get sleep studies. I don't know if I would recommend it for everybody, but that sounds like you need it.
I think I should.
They have where, if you look into actual good like mattresses, it's kind of like memory foam, but you know, like you get like a good stiff one where it gives you the back support, but also
Well, see, when you sleep on your stomach, that's not recommended at all.
no,
You guys just both stated you guys are stomach sleepers.
I know I lied to, but since I got
It's not recommended at all.
no, it's not. But when I paid good money for a good mattress, I didn't need to sleep on my stomach anymore. Sleeping on my back, I would lights out. I was gone like boom, because it gave me enough support on my back, and they have it where if you paid more money for where it props you up, it supports you up, and your legs get elevated. You're not choking on anything. You're literally just
He's
like
talking about a hospital bed now.
yeah. It literally becomes that.
The
Yeah.
movable.
Yeah, the movable ones were like literally you're sleeping on those beds that start conforming to your body, and they like lift your legs up, prop you up slightly to the point where you're out, and you're not moving nowhere because you're in that perfect position where your blood's flowing, your back's elevated, your legs are slightly lifted up, and it's just like that perfect position. They tell you, then they say like if you don't have a good mattress, then like if you like to sleep on your stomach or you like to sleep on your side, you know you got to have that support on the side of your next to your hip, and
to align your spine.
Keep that aligned.
We're not aging ourselves at all.
Right, you want to keep a pillow in between your legs to keep that.
Dude, I've done that. It actually works.
Yeah, exactly.
It actually does work.
It does.
Yeah.
So and then on top of that, you want to add like some type of support on the inside of your hip right.
But now those bad days determine my time on the next day. Because if I slept like shit the night before, I'm not hitting you up until I'm ready to go.
That's what I'm saying. Like
until I'm done crackling and popping.
Well, you know the thing I enjoy too is like me and Crystal, like you know, like you like when you start sleeping with your partner.
It's a little awkward at first.
Well, like for some reason, everybody
painful too.
For some reason, everybody thinks like you gotta cuddle all night. Like
no.
You can't.
You can't. And here's what I love about where I'm at now. Me and Crystal will be like talking and we're hanging out and before bed, and everything's off and we're just talking, and then we cuddle a little bit, and then we're like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. Me and her both prefer to sleep away from each other.
Yeah,
and we're good. We're good with it, right? And around 5 a.m., I'll wake up and I'll clock into work. You know, and hopefully no one from my work's hearing this. But,
yeah, I hope so. Because goddamn,
I'll clock in. I'll wake up. I'll go piss. I'll clock in on my computer, and I'll go lay back down. And then at 5, now I'm ready to sleep for another hour, cuddling her. So then we spoon, and it's like it happens every night because it's like in that it's so comfortable. Like you know when you wake up earlier than you should, all you want is comfort. All you want is to feel warm and comfort.
Go back to something.
Yeah. So after I clock in, I come back. I even have pushed her over. Like, no, we're fucking spooning now. Like, so I do that. But it's like, I think a lot of people, like maybe the younger ones, like I think we all understand now. But the younger people, if you guys sleep, what's good for you. Don't worry about cuddling. Just you guys are in the same bed already. You guys are doing your thing, but go to sleep how your body prefers it, because I'm a back sleeper and I have shoulder issues too. And that's just from working out and having inflammation and shit so you can't sleep with your fucking arm under her pillow. You can't be overdoing it. So you got to find your spot, But that's one thing I'm enjoying too, is like we both like good night, turn away from each other, and just hey, I'm going to sleep. You're going to. I hope you have a good night. We're going to sleep.
I was with somebody too who was like, "Why don't you just cuddle? Like, why not?" Well, I can't fucking cuddle because it just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. It's painful. I can't sleep. So I'm gonna wake up an asshole the next day because I didn't get enough sleep that I needed just because you wanted to cuddle. But that's a good one. That there's a certain point in time where it's like, all right, fine, I'll do it. I'll do it now. But
For me, it was too hot.
yeah, that's another thing too. Temperature.
It was too hot. Like she liked to sleep with 2 to 3, like on top of the
Quilts.
Yeah, it was like if I wanted to cuddle with her, I mean, I had to be underneath all that too.
And then there's time. There's fucking time where us night workers need to fall asleep.
Yeah, so
Because we need a certain
if
amount of
I snuck in there like within 5 minutes, I'm already sweating.
time.
It was just too hot. Like I couldn't. So I literally had to. It got to the point where I just come over, move over all the sheets,
Mhm.
and like I just had my own little thin like what do they call it, like the
sheet.
Just the sheet, just the sheet. Pull that over myself because that was enough. Like I would get too hot.
Yeah, with Crystal, I'm like, when it's hot, number one, I try to control the room temperature. So if you want to be bundled up, the room's got to be cold. And on top of that, like she wants the covers. It could be hot. She wants covers because that gives her comfort.
Yeah.
I'll pull all the covers off of me, and I'm like, "Where's your foot?" Like, we'll touch feet.
Yeah.
Like we'll touch feet, but like,
Yeah.
it's too hot for. I want no covers.
Yeah.
Like, I'll get them when it's cold enough, or fuck it.
But it's hard to. I mean, I like snuggling and all that stuff too, but it's tough when it's like, especially during the summer. Like that's the worst. Like, don't even touch me.
Yeah, don't even touch me.
Body heat is the worst.
You got
heat.
the AC going, you got the fans blowing. Like, I don't want nobody touching me. Like, I just want to sit there, no sheet. I'm in my boxers, like spread eagle. Like, don't even touch me right now. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Now
it's too hot.
Okay, no. To get us back on track, I have a question. How do you guys time out your day? Like, maybe it's
From the moment you open your eyes.
well, no, and that's where it starts, right? That's usually where your day starts. But I'm saying, like mentally, how do you guys map out your day? In terms of time management.
Like, okay, so the moment I open my eyes, is that what you mean?
Isn't that when your day starts?
That's when my
Typically.
days. Okay.
Okay.
That's when my days-
Okay.
From the moment
They said there are no dumb questions.
you get them. You get them. They come.
A stupid question is one that is not asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then the one behind that
Yeah.
is,
Whatever,
is
right,
like
whatever,
the obvious
whatever,
one, right?
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I open my eyes and do the day. Now, are we talking Monday through Friday when I work
Give me both.
or
Fuck
the
it.
weekends?
Give me both.
Okay.
Because
When-
you can ask me another dumb question. Give me both questions. Give me both scenarios for you.
Monday through Friday, when I open my eyes, I automatically think coffee. It has to be coffee. So before I get up and get coffee, I gotta take a piss. I just have to do it. You have to take a piss as soon as you wake up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a guy thing. I don't know if it's a human thing. I don't know if it's both gender thing. I don't know.
I do that. I do
both.
that.
It's both.
I do that.
But I gotta take a piss.
I usually got like a raging hard on for right before I take a piss. I wake up.
You've been pitching a tent all
No,
night.
yeah.
He has to sit down to pee.
But for me, it's not long. It's not like
Backwards.
I got a hard on because I had like a wet dream. It's more like I had a hard on because I got to take a mean
It's
ass
just
piss.
full of piss. Yeah.
Yeah, and taking a piss when you got a hard on,
It's not easy.
no, it's not. I'm not gonna sit on the toilet either. So it's like
Sorry.
I'm sitting there
females.
like
Sorry to the females that are listening.
pressing it down, like leaning hard, so that way I don't get it. Right, you
So
don't get it everywhere.
It's piss time.
Yeah,
Especially if you masturbated the night before. That was only for you.
Okay.
for me. What do you mean? What?
I don't know.
It's
Anyways,
it's regardless, no matter what.
so that's at least a minute. That's at least a minute as soon as you open your eyes. Then it's coffee. Then it's some for me. Then it's some TV, some YouTube. Monday through Thursday, I'm on YouTube looking at workout videos, training videos, something stretching. I'm doing different stretches and stuff like that now because my joints and everything is not the same as it used to be. So then I incorporate that. I set around 20, 30 minutes to do all that. Then I work out. Then it's a shower. Then I got to eat. Then maybe it's a movie. Maybe I'll watch a movie or some entertaining YouTube. And then I got to get ready for work. So if I got to cut my hair, I got to set aside some more time to cut my hair. I have a busy ass fucking day. The fuck? And then I have to leave and head out the door. So that means my uniform, my bag, everything like that, hit the gas station, and then hit the fucking road to work. Wow, I have a busy ass day. I don't have any kids. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
It's good to hear it out loud, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's Monday through Friday. And on the weekends, whenever I wake up is when I wake up because I could care less what time I wake up on a Saturday. But it always seems to be early in the morning. Then I hit this dude up and it's like, hey, what's going on? He's like, I'm just hanging out at the house, come through. And then I automatically want to ride as soon as I get there. And then it just becomes drinking and podcasting after that. That's my weekend. I like the weekends. It's more relaxing.
Simplified.
That's my week.
I mean, my week's pretty similar aside from like waking up extra early to get shit done because I don't have my daughters during the week. So it's like I take that time to sleep in. But I do like to wake up early enough. I don't like rushing, right?
I don't like to rush either.
I don't like to
I
rush.
hate being rushed.
So even though like I got out of work late and knowing that I'm only gonna get maybe 4 or 5 hours sleep, and I mean, technically I could sleep in until I have to leave, which will give me a good 6-7 hours. But I don't like to just wake up and go.
Then
I don't
you're
like
getting up and putting your work clothes and go.
I don't like waking up and go. I like waking up.
You're skipping a shower, skipping.
Yeah. I like waking up, to have like coffee, breakfast, even though I slept a little bit, and then sit down, maybe watch a TV show, a movie, or like part of it, something while I eat. And then I jump in the shower, go get ready.
Yeah.
But
I call it open eye. Just something to open your eyes and open your mind to like, you're awake now.
Yeah.
Like focus. You're awake now.
Yeah.
People like shut eye.
Yeah.
We just, everything's closed, go to sleep, shut eye.
Because I got my
like
brother
open eye.
where 5 o'clock, his alarm's going off. 5 o'clock, 5:10, 5:20, 5:30, 5:40. And it's just going on and going off. It's just going off. And I'm like, I'm sitting there and like, what the fuck? And every time, 6 o'clock. And that's when he wakes up. He wakes up at 6 to leave at 6:30 to get there by 7.
Damn.
So every morning, alarm goes off and I hear it. And I'm like, damn, like, why are you sitting up so early? If you're always going to wake up at 6, why the fuck are you sitting up at 5?
Yeah.
It's just, I get home from work and I already hear the alarm going off. His alarm. Time for him to wake up. I'm just getting home, ready to go to sleep.
You have to hear that 10 more times before you actually fall asleep.
Well, I mean, luckily, it takes me about an hour to go to sleep anyway. So, so I usually just like pop in my earbuds and like I'll put in like a movie or TV show and I just like jump in bed and just start watching something before I go to sleep. But it's one of those where I hear him like, and he literally gets up, jumps in the shower, gets ready, and then boom, gone. And I'm like, I can't do that.
My brother does the same thing. That's crazy. My brother does the same thing. He just wakes up, takes a shower, brushes teeth, whatever he's got to do, skips coffee, and just goes to work.
Skips everything.
I'm like, how do you do that?
I can't.
Enjoy your open eye. Enjoy something.
No, I don't like showing up to work fucking halfway asleep and just rushing. I don't like to rush anywhere. I like to take my time. So I was like, I'll. I mean, that might be like bad, but I like to prolong. Like I like to like sleep deprive myself just enough so I can get the shit that I want to do, that I like to do, like just to like.
Well, you guys are graveyard workers.
Yeah, we're the
So, I
nighttime.
mean,
Does that work the same way?
No, so you guys need those couple of hours before you guys have to leave.
Mhm.
Where I would say majority of people who go to work, they don't need so much time to wake up and get running. Like their engine is different. Like they can wake up. Like for me, I'm not saying I can or I want to, but if I got to be at work at 7, I'll wake up. I can wake up at 6.
We can't all clock in as soon as you in bed.
No, so and that's different, right? So I have those liberties, I do. But what I'm saying is that if I had to work at 7, because I've never been a graveyard worker, you guys don't have those hours that I have after work. So what you guys are doing is fitting that in before you guys got to go to work, right?
Yeah, because I got to count for the time to drive there. So it takes me about an hour to drive there. So I know I got to leave. If I want to be at 4, I got to leave by 3. So I have the time before I wake up and time I have to leave to get to work, and I have to account for that. So it's like all this time you have to account for. It's like, but at the same time, I don't want to rush. So I got to wake up extra early and to like wake up, eat breakfast. I want to have a little bit of time of just not doing shit, just hanging out.
Exactly. And because most people, if they don't want to do things before work, like for me, if I want to wake up at 5 and work out and do everything like that, I'll wake up early and do that. But I don't have to, because I'll have after work. I'll have a few hours after work to do some of those things. So I think what you're doing is you're taking that time that I would have after work, you're trying to put it before work during the week. So that's why I think some people wake up at 6, they got to be at work at 7. They wake up at 6, they shower, they do their thing. Their engine's already, it's different. They're calibrated differently. So they can do that. So it seems like they're rushing, but that's just because after they get out of work, they have all these hours too, where they do the things that you would want to do after. It's like, okay, if you got things you have to do, or like for you get a chance to wake up. Like you said, you get to eat breakfast and do all those things because that's kind of like it's flip-flopped. Like if I had to work, if I had to go to work, but I was waking up at this time, if I had 3 hours to kind of wake up, yeah, I'd want to eat and kind of wake up and not rush and prepare for the day. But I think it's flip-flop for people who aren't graveyard workers. So it's just what he's doing after work is what you're doing before work during the week.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all flip-flopped. But I think even for me, like I'll wake up early. And when I say I wake up and I clock in, I do. But at the same time, I'll clock in, I'll wake up and I'll come out and work out. I'll still do all that shit before I go to work. And then after work, I have hours to work on shit. Like, even more so now that the sun's out later. So I'll have time after work, which you don't have, And I think that's what the difference is. And it's funny because I think we get 2 ends of the spectrum here. It's like graveyard worker as opposed to a regular hour type. And you have time to wake up, and if you want to sleep in until an hour before you got to go to work, it's okay in our world because at 4:30, 5 o'clock, you're free all night till you got to go to bed, wake up again at 6 a.m. So we have all those hours after work. So we're not worried about shit. Yeah. We're about getting to work because by the time you get to work, you're already going. You're already up. Especially people who get coffee on the way or they drink coffee to go. By the time you get to work, you're up.
Yeah.
So you just get the work out of the way, and then after work, you have all this time to just whatever you want to do. You want to do nothing? You want to watch a movie? Yeah, you can watch a movie. You want to fucking have a good dinner? You want to, like your brother, you want to go buy some meat and whatever, fish, and have a great dinner and just chill and cook dinner or whatever you want to do. You have all that time after work. So that's why it's good to have that flip-flop side where it's like you guys are graveyard workers. I'm more of a, traditional style where, it's just different. You don't have to wake up 3 hours before you got to be at work. How many people wake up on a regular schedule 3 hours before they got to wake up. They don't. They wake up, they get all the sleep they possibly can because maybe they stayed up late. You know, like me, if I go to bed at 1 and I got to wake up at 6, well, then that's my compressed time. That's where all my time is compressed.
It reminds me of school time.
Yeah.
Like going to school. Like I remember waking up an hour before I have to go get ready and go to school. It's like I remember waking up, jumping in the shower real quick, and getting dressed, and just barely making it to the bus to go to school
in time.
Yeah, and it's same situation. Where like, but I guess because going to night shifts, I have a little bit more time. But it's like,
and how many hours? You guys have been doing this for years.
10 years for me.
10 years.
More than 10 years.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys have altered your life schedule for 10 years. So, you guys aren't doing the normal shit.
No.
So, this is very particular to you guys.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to like how you guys like to lay out your day, it's very unique. Most people don't live that life. And if they do, they don't do it for a prolonged period. I know people who work regular hours now, they're like, oh, I worked graveyard for 3 years. No. They're like, oh, it's a lot. You guys have done it for a while. Yeah. Even Jose has done it for a while. You know, so you guys are definitely have that different side of it, which is interesting to me because what I've learned is that you guys have done a lot with less sleep when it comes to like personal, like weekends.
Yeah.
When it comes to weekends, you guys do everything on less sleep.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are just like now, and on top of that, because you guys don't have the time during the week, you guys sacrifice sleep on the weekend to do what you want to do, what you are waiting to do.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because that's when there's more value than placed on those activities.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, fuck it. I've been waiting a week. Like if you got your cables in on Monday, you already knew like I can't get it till Saturday.
Yeah.
You already knew like I can't do it till Saturday.
Yep.
So if you're gonna wake up early on Saturday, it might be because hey, my cables came on Monday. I don't care about sleep. I gotta get up early, knock this out, forget my daughters, whatever it is. But you guys, what I've learned is that you guys have sacrificed sleep to be normal on the weekends and get shit done that you guys couldn't do during the week.
I mean, now it's more like things I want to do versus things I had to do.
Right.
Because like when I was married and
for a lot of years.
Yeah. For a lot of years when I was married and we're living in our own little home and everything, it was literally everything was being saved for the weekend because the week was no good. Like I got home real late, got up maybe a couple hours of mingling and just getting ready and then boom, back to work. And then everything that needed to get done was saved for the weekend. So, so then I had a to-do list of things that needed to get done for the weekend. Once the weekend hit, I had to wake up early again, super early, just to make sure I get that shit done. And all the stuff on top of that and spend some family time and let's go do something real quick and explore or whatever. And then Sunday was like my day where I get to finally sleep in and get those hours of sleep that I didn't get to finally like somewhat catch up for Monday. That way another week went by and where I didn't fall apart because of the loss of sleep. But so Sunday was like the only day I can actually like kind of like catch up because Monday through Friday it was just nonstop, and even Saturdays thinking like, all right, this is the weekend, but Saturday was like the day, all right, this is where we're getting everything done. So I still got to wake up earlier than I normally wake up. So if I normally wake up around 12, I had to wake up around 8. So, or 9, just to get everything done, to go out, let's go have fun, let's go do something. And basically in zombie mode where I'm trying to be there, but I'm not really there. Like,
and how do you manage, like, how do you guys manage flipping it? Like, do you guys on the weekends stay up late as fuck? Or do you like go to bed like what I would go to bed?
I try to flip it back. So typically, obviously, I'm usually going to bed around 6, 7 in the morning. And on the weekends, I try to go to bed earlier, just so I can kind of like
Catch up.
catch up at the same time, be on that opposite schedule where like I can still wake up early and get shit done. So I kind of try to flip it, but it takes a beating on you, like doing that flip and then having to go back to bed and wake up early on the next day, knowing you have to go back to work. It's like your body's like, what the fuck is going on? Type of thing.
So
Where,
you
like,
flip it upside down.
yeah, it's flipped upside down. Your body's already hating you. You're like, what?
Your body's
what are you,
hating you.
Yeah, your body's hating you. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, it comes to the point where even your stomach's like
Turned.
yeah, it turned because you're eating at different times now, and like you're literally like
Yeah.
your whole routine is switched over a couple days, just 2 days. Your routine switched, and because now you're trying to go to sleep earlier, you're trying to wake up earlier, and because you want to prolong that weekend, you want to get that stuff done before the week hits,
Yeah.
and get back into that same like
Same
grind.
pattern.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. Graveyard workers have always. It's one of those things where it's like it takes a certain person to be able to like commit to it.
Yeah,
And you guys have done so for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And that's why like it's hard to, like when we were talking about it earlier, I'm on the complete opposite side of you guys where I'm like, I have all my time. Like if I want to do things early, I always tell people if you want to do anything outside of what is normal, like for instance, if I want to work out or if I want to do things that I can control, it's before work.
Mhm.
After work, maybe I got maybe maybe I don't, maybe I'm tired later on in the day. Like you can't really account for that, but you try to do things before work, and then after work you can just chill, you know? And for you guys it's different cuz you guys are chilling before work. Where it's like for me, I'm on the other end. I'm like, I'm going to get to the day and then I'm going to chill all night until I go to bed. So it's like, it's very flip. So when I hear you guys' stories of how you guys fit things into your day or how you guys manage like your mornings, it's completely different because you guys are looking for different things.
Yeah.
I'm an early bird. So if I have to be at work, and I know I wake up, I clock in early, that's only because of my start time. It's only because my position I'm in now, I could do that. But before that, it's like, I still have to manage my time before work if I want to do things for me. And after work, it depends on if I have what we're going to do for the day, you know, so all those things factor in. So like, we're just on different like wavelengths, you know,
Oh yeah.
throughout the week. And I give you guys a lot of credit because like I said, it takes special people to do that. And on top of that, the way that you guys are able to flip it, and that you have kids. So the way that you flip it, it's like you don't have a choice because if you don't wake up early and do things that you need to do for you, by the time you get your girls, you can't do them.
No.
You can't do them for weeks if you don't wake up early and sacrifice. So
Yeah.
I'm completely in a way, I'm completely impressed by what you guys do. And at the same time, I'm completely like on the other end of the spectrum. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And you guys have been doing it for so fucking long
Yeah.
that like I've already expected that. And to be honest, some Saturdays I'm ready to go early too.
Yeah.
Like I want to hit you guys up early, but I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, I know like, even though I could hit you up and I know you're awake, sometimes I'm like, I know he's probably doing some shit that he was putting off all week.
Yeah.
So like I also like just like let it go. Like let you, like you said, just let you like do the things that you're gonna do. So I also consider that too. So it's just kind of funny to know that.
Well, it's true because like especially now on Saturdays I wake up and it's like everything that like every other week now I like to go get a haircut, go wash my car, do little things that I can't do before I pick up my girls. Like, so I got all these little things I want to get done or else they won't get done.
Yeah.
So I save all that, wake up super early just to go get that stuff done, go pick them up, bring them home, and then get the day started. All right, where are we going from now? But it's one of those where like I know I've only slept maybe less than I normally sleep. So if I normally sleep like 5 hours, I slept maybe 3-4 hours just to get up early on that Saturday because I'm up by noon, and on Saturdays I normally wake up around 8 or 9 in the morning just to get the day started, just to get all that stuff out of the way. So it's done. Like if I need to do an oil change on the car, I need to change the brakes, I need to get a haircut, I need to go Jose, I need to work on the bike before he shows up because
He'll shut you down.
yeah, he'll shut me down because like no, we need to go. So it's stuff like that before I go pick up my daughters and spend a little time with them and obviously with my family because I don't see them during the week.
Yeah.
Like we're all living together, but I don't really see them. I don't really spend time with them because I got to go to work and I wake up and it's boom. So what little time I can spend with them, I spend with them there. I spend with my daughters. It's like so many little things, and it's all jam packed into 2 days.
Yeah,
and it's like that's it. That's all I got. 2 days to live with my family, live with my daughters, and podcast and everything, everything I want to do, everything.
Yeah,
2 days. I got to figure it out how to work and squeeze that all together, and then boom, back to work Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I do want to give a shout out to my friend David at work. He works at UPS.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll come to work and I'm like, how much sleep should you get? He's like, an hour. Because he works graveyard at UPS and he comes to work and he's 36, maybe. I think he's 36. He looks 18. He looks very young. And it's funny because he doesn't sleep. And he's like, I do worse when I get more sleep. And he is so like, you wouldn't tell. Like people are like, don't sleep well.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you're tired today. You're a zombie. He's never a zombie. And it's like, those are just people that are built for this weird, like sleep deprivation type lifestyles where like, and he's one of them that just comes in top performer. I'm like, where the fuck? Like, I always joke with him like he's a vampire. He's probably like 300 years old.
Yeah.
But he doesn't fucking age. He doesn't fucking feel it. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's people have pushed themselves to limits that, and you guys do that shit too. But
yeah,
I think we've gone through some time management stuff, and I think it's interesting to hear your guys' work schedule and my work schedule and how we try to fit things into our day. It's interesting because it just varies across the board. I think
it does.
It changes and it varies, and we find time to do things we want to do. And the bottom line is like life is like that. Like you're gonna have to fit the things that you want to do in between the things that you have to do, and that's always gonna be the case. So whether it's Jose working out or having to cut his hair, or Alex trying to wake up early and get his shit done, work on the bike, wash his car.
Well, it's day and night, just like different shifts.
Yeah, it's just it's just different, So we all deal with that kind of stuff. So I hope that you guys have heard our shit. And I think during this episode, I think there's a lot of points where I want our listeners to kind of reflect on how their day goes. Because I think when you talked about when your day started and how you're like, holy fuck, my day is busy. I hope people stop and reflect and think about what their day actually entails. And you got to find and carve out points where you can do what you need to do throughout the day. And I think that's always going to be the big thing. So I want our listeners to reflect on that and get that across and understand that. But I think you guys have got a good mix of things today and how time management can play a big part into that.
Because it's not so much of finding the time. It comes down more to making time.
It's making time.
It's making the time because you obviously everybody has a time somewhere. It's making the time for what things are important in your life, like to do the things you want to do and getting it done. So you got to make that time for it. You got to figure it out, squeeze it in, and make that time for it.
Right.
It doesn't just come. Don't expect it to just be like on its own. It's something you got to figure out and plan for it.
Yeah. Life doesn't make time for you. You make time for things in life. Mm-hmm. So on that note, I guess we'll we'll wrap up this episode. I do want to just one more time shout out Braemar Brewing. Great beers, great environment. Make sure you guys go there, Solario's our home base always, so make sure you guys go check them out for sure. Rowdy's has been a frequent spot for us. They got great beers. Make sure you guys are going supporting local breweries. And again, spread the love. Go out there to different breweries. Don't just stick to one. Don't just go where it's popular. There's great beers all over the place. So make sure you guys are going to spend the time there. And hopefully we bump into you guys there. I think that's a huge thing too. Hopefully we'll bump into you guys there.
Hopefully.
But you guys have been in the company of Wolves. So until next time.
Until next time, guys.
All right.
Peace out.